power.
Kramawe, Gramabe, Kramawe, Gramabe, Kramawe, Gramabe, Atila, Exagbier, Tanaista Lina, Bashante, Shante, 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 Kramawe, Gramabe, Kramawe, Gramabe. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it, and them is safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks and I say unto your name, King of kings and Lord of lords, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, Amasa Yahuda, Amasa Negusto Negusto Daniel, Komaya Sataya, Haimana Pio 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 Waya. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat that is scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law that he hideth sunrise and sundown. He might go there like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth fat fruit in the season. Him leap never go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now they sow, them there like a chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon judgment that is seen among them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous and the way of the sin among them. Always and always I go perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Jah! This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk Rasta. In every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot is on the fire, ingredients of different shapes and sizes and colors and smells and taste all come together, put away all differences, so that one homogeneous product can be produced. And this product is known as food for our own nourishment. And of course, anytime it's food time, it's time for unity in the African home. Now the black pot mystery is the African mystery. Now the black pot symbolizes the African continent. The ingredients in there producing the food also symbolize us as a people. We need to put away all our differences, all our sizes, shapes and colors, and even standing and statuses in life. It doesn't matter your status in life. It doesn't matter your standing in life or your color. As long as you want to put away your differences and come together on the continent of Africa, so Africa can progress to produce that one homogeneous product known as development or progress. That is the most important thing. This is the mystery of the black pot. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Today we have a lot of things to discuss, but remember we are live on Pan-African TV, and via the power of satellite, we are all over the continent of Africa and beyond. Pick our numbers on the screen. Talk to us. Let us advertise your business. We are ready to let your business see the light of the day. Now, if you have the best products and you are doing business without advertising, it means that you are certainly doing business in the dark. That is why we want to shine light on your business. Imagine the whole continent of Africa watching this. This is the biggest show on TV. It's known as the Black Pot, and we are the masters of Pan-Africanism on TV. We are called Pan-African TV. We are also live on Ghana Web, live on Black Empire TV. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. We are ready to do business with you. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunimo, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we'll do that on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we don't do politics. What we do is called patriotism. Now we are on a journey to rewire the minds of our people, to change the mindset. The problem of Africa is not a problem of roads. Problem of hospitals and schools is a problem of the mindset. That's why Kwame Nkrumah said, now that we have our independence, the next thing to do is to change our attitudes. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunumo, where we speak truth to power. First story to deal with today. What does it say? 138 unpatriotic cowards. Wow. 138 unpatriotic cowards. Who are these cowards? My God. Now, how many of us know ABA Husseini? He's a member of parliament. That's him. He's full of proverbs. He's full of very wonderful traditional qualities. He's a man that I love. And if you look at him, somebody has tried to draw him behind him. And when you look at it, you would wonder if this person really looks like him. But that is not what we're looking at today. He has said something. Look at the headlines. ABA Husseini calls out coward NPP MPs over removal of Ken Ofori-Atta. Watch the story. The member of parliament for Sanargu, Al-Hassan Bashir Husseini, has called out what he described as the cowardice of his colleagues on the majority side of parliament in their decision not to support their vote of censure motion against the Minister of Finance. Come along. Come. Now read. He says what? Speaking in an interview with Joy News and monitored by Ghana Web, the outspoken National Democratic Congress NDC MP expressed shock at the MP's decision not to support their vote. He explained that it amazes him that the MPs who had earlier called for the minister to be sacked would in turn throw away an easy opportunity to get their request granted. The man is a walking disaster. And once they themselves have come to the conclusion that Ken Ofori-Atta is a disaster, this is an excellent opportunity for them to walk the talk when they told us Ken Ofori-Atta was a disaster and must go. If you have been parasiting, and they call for free food, it's like your wife has just cooked. So why is it that now that they have free food, the opportunity that the censure is moved, and now they are running away? I now say that today is a historic day in Parliament, that the people would see who is truly beholding to the national interest of this country, who is truly standing up for the oppressed masses, who is truly standing up for the excruciating hardships that our people are suffering. He said, the National Democratic Congress NDC has proposed a vote of censure in Parliament. Should it pass, it will make the appointment of Ken Ofori-Atta as Minister of Finance invalid in the eyes of Parliament, forcing the President to officially sack him. So, it is abundantly clear that they will be reneging on their responsibility. He said, Al-Hassan Bashir Husseini, also known as ABA Husseini, in fact, in his hometown, they call him Fushani, further stated that regardless of the position of the MPP MPs, they in the NDC will prove to Ghanaians that they are the ones concerned about the consents and their well-being. Their consents and their well-being. My brother, my sister, dash it away. These are 138 unpatriotic cowards. They have lost all the respect that I had for them. These are useless parliamentarians. These are parliamentarians who should never be taken serious. You know why? These are the same cowards, the same unpatriotic bunch of mass who came together and told the whole Ghana that they had gone to their constituencies and that their constituents told them that they had lost all confidence in Ken Ofori-Atta, the finance minister, and therefore these constituents were begging their representatives, aka the MPs, to get rid of Ken Ofori-Atta. They agreed. From what they said, they had been talking to the arrogant president. Tried to talk to him, but the president will not listen to them. And therefore, They organized a press conference, came out and told the whole nation that they were not in support of Ken Ofori-Atta and will remove him. All the threats rose to a certain crescendo. And then the president invited them to tea and cabin biscuit breakfast. They all rushed like a bunch of bees, sat down there sucking the honey. And after sucking the honey, drinking the tea and eating the cabin biscuits, their brains left their heads. And then they came out and said, what? Come! They organized another press conference and said, hey, you know, when a man loses his mind, he talks as if somebody is pushing bantua inside his asshole. You see, the president can have Ken Ofori-Atta for as long as he likes. We have rescinded our decision. In fact, we will give him time. But the president can have him for as long as he wants. And I sat back and I said, these guys, are they serious? Your constituents overwhelmingly told you, according to you yourselves, that they've lost confidence in a man. You do not want to lose your constituencies. You decided to speak to the president. He was not ready to listen to you till you threatened. And all of a sudden, your constituents are wrong. You are the only people who are right. You are a disgrace to your constituencies. You are a disgrace to your constituents. Watch this one. It says, NPP MPs boycott votes of censure against Ofori-Atta. In Parliament, they were supposed to support this. Just like ABF Husseini said, he's a man of proverbs. If you have been parasiting, in other words, moving from house to house, begging to have food to eat, all of a sudden you are invited to dinner. It's almost like your wife has prepared dinner for you. Free flow of food. You already wanted this to happen. The accounts have a way of saying it. They say, but that is what it is. Eh? Read it. It says NPP, that's New Patriotic Party members of Parliament who called for the head of the finance minister have refused to join their colleague minority members for a vote of censure in that regard. Come! They made this announcement in a press conference in Parliament on Thursday, November 11, 2022. According to them, despite the fact that they are sticking to their decision to call for the resignation of Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, they will do so solely on their terms. You are jokers. These guys are not patriotic. These guys are as arrogant as the president they said was arrogant. If your constituents will tell you that this is what they want you to go and represent them for in Parliament, then you come and say this. I am shocked. Addressing the media on November 11, 2022, the NPP MP said their decision to refrain from supporting their colleagues on the other side of Parliament is based on the premise of their calls for the sack of Mr. Ofori-Atta, which they say is based on falsehood and propaganda. What a joke, Parliament. This majority caucus is the most useless majority caucus I've seen all my life. They do not all deserve to be in Parliament if actually what Parliament stands for is to be regarded and respected. Listen to the childish, infantile jokes they are putting out there. You go and sit down there all 4 years, shouting, yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the time to test democracy. This is the time to test your patriotism. And all you can say is that, yes, we wanted him out, but we want to do it on our own. We do not want anybody to help us. What a joke. The tea and cabin biscuits they drank with the president has taken off their brains. So they are walking there like brainless jacks. I'm so angry. When will this country grow? Look how many people are going down because of somebody's nonsensical incompetence. And we are all scared to say it. All because some dwarfish nincompoop would catch all of us and slaughter us and sell us to some Berbers on their way to Egypt like they did to Joseph or what? Bring back that story, same story. Roll it back. Watch the last paragraph. It says what? We are here to reiterate that, however much you heard us speaking, that based on the intervention of the president, we will have to see the Minister of Finance do his work. Read budget, see through appropriation, and then the president will act. You are jokers. Somebody said it before, and it came like a joke. Look, the dire supporters of a football team, including its sponsors, are all shouting and saying, Coach, change this number 8 player. Change this player. He looks tired. He doesn't look like the player that we expected him to look. Please take him off. Coach says that, we just had a penalty. Let this number 8 kick the penalty, the incompetent number 8. And this is our greatest and brightest chance. And this is the number 8 that everybody wants out. He should go and take that penalty. That is what they are saying. My brother, my sister, he should come and read what budget? The incompetent budget. He should go to the IMF and decide for us. Be able to negotiate on whose behalf. Oh, Jesus. Sometimes I wish I was not a member of this country, but I'm glad I'm a member. We shall fight them and make sure that things work in this country. The time for jokes are all gone. It's time now to face them squarely and look at them in the eyes and say, listen, you are traitors. Traitors of this country. Traitors of this democracy, like their grandfathers and great-grandfathers from Oforiata all the way down to all the bomb makers who wanted to see Nkrumah's ghost go away forever and never come to us. Today, my brother, my sister, the brightest point in Ghana is Kwame Nkrumah. Yet these same incompetent people bombed him night and day and wanted him out. Bring that last story. Bring it back, quick. Quick, the last one. Watch it. Over the days, we have heard the finance minister speaking, and his speaking has influenced majority of us in the caucus. Not only to state that we are back to the original position that we took. And that position is that the Minister of Finance must not be the one to read the budget. And must not be the one that will be the... I don't understand this. I do not understand. Maybe I have to read it again. Over the days, we have heard the finance minister speaking. And his speaking has influenced majority of us in the caucus. Not only to state that we are back to the original position that we took. And that position is that the Minister of Finance must not be the one to read the budget. And must not be the one that will do the... Do you understand this? I don't understand. What's the meaning? It means the minister has been speaking and you have been influenced so much. For that matter, you have rescinded whatever decision that you took. And that you are back to the fact that he should continue to kill this country. Remember, the finance minister is not the only murderer or assassin of this great nation. The president is part. The vice president is part. All those jacks in power who came to tell us that they had the men. The Friya Koto. Alan Chemating. We have the men. Oh. That comedian, Baumia, today, wherever he goes, he gets a bouquet of booze. The president is so embarrassed, he cannot even appear in public. I'm going to prophesy. Are you ready? Say prophesy. Come. Come. Now the president will be forced to come to the public scene again. And this time round, is going to be heavily protected by police and soldier. Anybody who opens his mouth to say, away, will get a big slap on his face. They will brutalize people in public gatherings. Watch it. That says the Lord. Hallelujah. The president will be forced to come into the public arena again. He knows he will be booed. So you will see soldiers and police all over in the crowds, with iron hands ready to slap anybody who will say anything that is not in alliance with the president. But to the minority in power, when you went to vet all those ministers, you were those that brought Ken in. The president only nominated them. You were those who voted them. What did you say against the nomination? You all sat down like people who were puppets, endorsed the minister of new vocabulary, Opon Kruma, when he told you lies. None of you had balls enough to say that, no, let's stand firm against this, the country first. Ajua Safo, you passed her on a silver platter. Today, she is the author of all the confusion in parliament. Are you not ashamed? Minority, today you are saying you are patriotic. You are jokers too. Hey, we all saw Hawa Kumsin. And now she abysmally performed. Today, these are the incompetent people you all passed. Chess. What I see happening is that, oh, we have been here for some time. It's your turn to come and loot and kill the people of God. When it's time for you to go, you will go and they will also come and loot and steal and kill, just like the proverbial thief in the Bible. Bring me another headline. I see something. Watch this. Ken must go. It is clear NPP MPs did not mean it. This is Atu Forsen with a shiny bald head, with his glasses. His eyes are looking exactly like those eyes of an owl. He's ready to see everything. I love this guy. He's smart. He's sharp. He's called Atu Forsen. He's my guy. He used to work in the finances area in the erstwhile NDC regime. True? What is the story saying? Bring it. A ranking member of Parliament's committee, Cassiel Atu Forsen, has stated that the move by the majority caucus to demand the removal of the finance minister was due to personal reasons and not in the interest of Ghanaians. Dash it away. Hi! I'm looking in my pockets to see if I'll find something valuable to give to this guy. What he has said has summarized everything. These guys are selfish, just as Atu Forsen has said. They don't mean any good for Ghana. I wish this was the days of Rawlings. All these 138 unpatriotic cowards would be shaved with broken bottles. They will shave their beards, shave their touch with blunt cutlasses. Langa langa. And after that, they will whip them with ponkokote. By whipping them, they would learn a lesson of patriotism. I am angry. Do you care about the people who are dying in the hospitals? Yet these idiots will run to the white man's country every now and then. All these leaders across Africa. The other day, Buhari went all the way to England for a medical checkup. How many doctors do we have in Nigeria? None of them is competent enough to take care of this Fulani nomad. And I use Fulani nomad not derogatory. No. I am an African. I respect every African. It's just like saying, oh, this person from this place, that person from this place. My brother, it has no derogatory innuendos. It's almost like saying, this tall man. I could have said that. Africa is already broken into pieces. We do not need any more bricks. These people do not respect the Ghanaian professional. All they care about is their selfish needs. Can you believe that? These guys came to tell us they went to their constituencies. And overwhelmingly, the constituents came begging them to take off care. So they came with that. After drinking tea and eating cabin biscuits, their brains flew away. They are now walking like zombies. Mr. President, do anything you Dash it away. Next thing. Former tour boss arrested in the UK. He's not alone. Another person was also arrested. Show me the headlines. That is him. Sitting down there. Why was he arrested? Former boss of Tor. T-O-R. Tema. Oil. Refinery. That's a huge portfolio. Headlines. UK authorities arrest former Tor boss Asante Beeko over alleged bribery scheme. A former Ghanaian banker with Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated, Asante Beeko, has been arrested over his alleged involvement with bribes paid to Ghanaian authorities during his time at the investment bank. Come. Beeko is also the former managing director of state-owned enterprise, Tema Oil Refinery. According to a Bloomberg report, Mr. Beeko is facing a 6-count charge after his August 2020 indictment. Documents were unsealed by a federal court in Brooklyn, New York, last week. The charges per the report said Asante Beeko is accused of conspiring with 2 Ghanaian authorities and 4 others in an alleged bribery scheme. The scheme is said to have favored Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated. Asante Beeko and a Turkish-based energy company that was seeking to build a power plant in Ghana. Bloomberg said the unsealing of Asante Beeko's indictment documents coincided with his arrest last week at London's Heathrow Airport, where he remains in UK custody. Further details contained in the indictment sheet said Asante Beeko, during the time of the alleged scheme, was serving as a team member at Goldman Sachs, where he was responsible for securing, managing, and financing the power plant project in Ghana. Prosecutors say Mr. Beeko allegedly paid a huge sum in bribes in order to obtain the necessary approvals for the Turkish-based power plant company in which Goldman held a 16% stake. Prosecutors also allege that the former Tor boss laundered the bribe money through U.S. financial institutions. You know what it means to say money laundering? To be able to use illegal money, pass them through conduit pipes. That is money laundering. Illegal money, like money you get from selling drugs, money you get illegally, corruptedly. In 2020, he was sued over a similar conduct by the Securities and Exchange Commission, where he later in 2021 resolved the suit after he agreed to pay about $329,000 to regulators without admitting or denying the allegations, according to court records cited by Bloomberg. The US SEC said Asante Beeko, prior to the case, served as vice president of Goldman's Natural Resources Group and later resigned in 2026. Can you see it? He later served as managing director for the Tema Oil Refinery and also resigned from the position after the US SEC filed a suit against him. Meanwhile, Asante Beeko is said to have been involved in another foreign bribery case, which saw his former company, Gold Sachs, pay more than $2.3 billion for its involvement in looting from a Malaysia-based sovereign wealth fund. A lawyer representing Asante Carl Lowenson, a spokesman for Brooklyn U.S. Attorney, Brian Peace, and a spokesperson from Goldman Sachs all declined to comment on the matter at the time the report was filed by Bloomberg on November 9, 2022. Wow. Look at the figures mentioned. My brother, I'm not going to preempt or prejudice this case. But this is what is happening in our country. We strangulate our own country, kill the country, and divert the blood into our pockets. One man has 20 houses. 19 of them are all empty. Because when he rents them out, the money that will come in, he doesn't even need it. One man has 20 cars. He drives only one. Once in a while, he drives another one. The rest of the 18 are rotting up. And that is supposed to be a sign of largesse. Is it not a sign of madness? In our country, bribery has become the order of the day. My brother, Tema Oil Refinery is a key backbone of this country's economy. At a point, he was the boss. According to the story, he was able to bring a certain Turkish power plant here. And it happened through bribery. And his Goldman company had 16% shares. Which government sat down for this thing to happen? You'll be shocked that the government in power would even know about this, yet pass it because they will get a certain kickback for campaign. The political funding or the political party funding in this country has become so dirty. We all saw how some individuals went to this president at the time that he was campaigning to give money to him for campaign. Such people, when they come to you when you become president and ask you for a certain favor, even if it will not inure to the benefit of the country, you are shy to say you won't do it. True? It hurts me as a citizen of this country. There's no country that has ever thrived in bribery that has its citizens thriving too. They are inversely related. Those of you who have studied mathematics. If one grows, the other one must fall. If bribe goes up, the country goes down. If bribe goes down, the country goes up. But we are so much of greedy people that we don't seem to look at the bigger picture. We are so stupid as a people, my brother, my sister. We will kill our own country, yet we stay in the same country without knowing that that same country is collapsing under our feet because of our own foolishness. My brother, my sister, I don't know who created us. I do not know. It's long overdue. What is it what kind of microchip has the white colonialist and slave master? What have they put? What kind of microchip have they put in our brains that have conducted our behavior and have been able to puppet us all this while that we cannot run away from? We are always behaving like puppets, like animals led to the slaughter. And we are unable to break from this chain of foolishness and dependency. It hurts me, brethren. One man is mentioning billions. One man can sell the whole country to one man for billions, and he will get only something small. He doesn't care. Look how many companies in Ghana are fronted by Ghanaians, yet they are owned by Chinese, Lebanese, Indians, Japanese, and all those people. Yet the country says that for a big business or certain businesses, they must have Ghanaians hold a certain percentage in the business. A Ghanaian would agree with an Indian or with a Pakistani, or even with a Chinese or a Japanese, that, oh, okay, on paper, you own 52%. But in real life, I'll give you 0.001%. All because your country says you should own the 52. He agrees. He does nothing, no thinking. At the end of the month, he goes for his 0.0000.1. And he's okay. He doesn't care. He thinks it's cheap money. He doesn't know that he is selling the birthright of the next generation, and even this generation, no common sense. They want to eat now, Didi Preku. Jesus. When I return, come. When I return, we shall talk some more. But in the interim, I have a quote for you. It's on bribery and corruption and foolishness. Hey! Wayo!
Blackpot, Coco Show.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushono, where we speak truth to power. We don't do politics. What we do is called patriotism. The problem of Africa is not a problem of schools and roads alone. The mindset. Next story. Dash it. Remember to do business with us. Our numbers are scrolling. Call us. We want to see the African businesses prosper. When you do business with us, you also give us the financial muscle to do what is needed. SARKODIE still stands with Nana ADDO. This is one of our top rappers right here in Ghana. When the elections came, he exercised his franchise by throwing his weight behind the arrogant president Nana Akufo-Addo. He says he has no regrets. He's still supporting the president. Hallelujah. Let's see the story. I stand by my Nana Twaso slogan, SARKODIE. Nana Twaso means Nana continue. After the first tenure of 4 years, he was one of those who said, Nana, continue with your tenure of office. Do another 4 years. And this has been the biggest disaster in the history of this country. Let's read. And this is from Ghana Web. Ghanaian rapper Michael Owusu-Addo, known widely as SARKODIE, has disclosed that he supports the new Patriotic Party, NPP, and still stands by his Nana Twaso slogan. Speaking on Tree Music TV, the non-living teen artist mentioned that the message he preached in his Doomsaw Inflation and Masses songs during John Mahamad's tenure are issues that persist to date, and that he is not moved to compose another song. What I said, he Nana ADDO should twaso. I stand by it because I think I benefited from free education directly, and I have the right to say I endorse that because this is direct. My mom has these girls who have been supporting. At first, she would call, asking me to help. I am not saying it as much, but just the fact that I am not even hearing that, it came from that place, and I was specific about what I was endorsing. He disclosed. His statement writes on the back of Ghanaian comedian DKB, who shades him for the song Happy Day, which he composed in 2020 for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, endorsing him for president. DKB's video captured Sarkodie's lyrics. If today I am sleeping with lice in my house and my children can go to school for free, forgive me, but Nana, continue to assault. The aforementioned lines formed part of Sarkodie's lyrics for the Happy Day song, which featured Kwame Eugene. Some persons describe the song as an endorsement of Nana Akufo-Addo because of the Nana Twaso phrase that the ruling party and Nana Addo used for their slogan, for their campaign. Dash it away. This one featured Kwame Eugene. But Kwame Eugene came out and boldly said he didn't know that it was a campaign song. It was later he heard it and realized what Sarkodie had done to him. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. You see, people like Sarkodie are greedy people. People like Sarkodie, they behave like Shatawale. As long as it favors them alone, they are quiet. I will keep saying this. You can be vexed as much as you want to be vexed. I don't care. Hey, there are some people, it is not because they hate corruption. That is why they are talking against it. They are talking against corruption because the correct corruption is not directly benefiting them. You heard what Sarkodie said? That his mother used to call him and ask him for money to pay fees of some girls. But when Nana Akufo-Addo came with a free education, that demand stopped. And that was enough to ask Nana to continue for another 4 years. He didn't have the common sense to find out, oh, the same free education, did it benefit some other people in the village? No. As long as it benefited him, it's enough. I'm speaking in parables. It's the same thing Shatawale does. As long as he benefits directly from it, he doesn't care whether 2 trillion people don't benefit or not. He's quiet. But the moment he starts feeling the pain because he's not getting it, then he starts making noise and barking all over the place. Kennedy Japan is also like that. The politician who now wants to be president. Observe him. When things are going on well for him, he's okay. He won't make noise. But the moment there's a certain big contract that he has his eyes on and wants to grab that, and he doesn't get it, and he goes to another person, he doesn't care if this person deserves it or not. Whether that contract will benefit so many different people who are already hungry, he is angry that the contract didn't come to him because he's the only person who deserves that contract, and he will make noise and threaten to kill his own party. These people that I've mentioned, that is their behavior. You see them in public behaving as if they are so philanthropic, throw coins to the people, yet they do not really care about the people. They are doing it for sure. Sarkodie has forgotten that the business that he's doing, in fact, the people who patronize him more are the downtrodden ones. Those who are now crying and dying. Those who don't want to even see Nana Akufo-Addo on TV. Those who chase him everywhere and hoot at him. Those who are at the receiving end of this dirty government. They are those who support Sarkodie. So for Sarkodie to come out and say, yeah, I have no regrets. I love Nana Akufo-Addo's government and it's all good. It's a slap in the faces of these guys. I stopped supporting Sarkodie years back. I cannot support a guy who has no brains. No. And I will say it straight. If Sarkodie makes sense, I will talk about it. If he doesn't, I will talk about it. This guy is arrogant. I don't know what he has seen, and all of a sudden, Forbes mentioned him as one of the, richest musicians here. I'm yet to see one social responsibility this guy Sarkodie has. Shatawale is even better. At least he has brought Shagsy. Even though Shagsy has been Shagsied, nobody sees it. At least he had the mind to bring Shagsy. He has something he calls Thursday or Tuesday, whatever. At least there are 1 or 2 people around him that also, but not Sarko, the greedy Armstrong. Yet Forbes says he's on top of the list of millionaires. Do you see the point I'm making? When the majority of the people are crying and saying that it is hot, you as a musician know your work. You represent these people. You come out and say, me, I like this guy because I am benefiting directly. You are not being wise. You are not being smart. That's what it is. That is why a lot of musicians go down and they end up sick and suffering and beg people to take care of them. I have not seen one single social responsibility program that SARKODIE has done. Has he built a KVIP? Has he built one standpipe for the people of his area? I don't know. If Forbes magazine says you are this rich, why don't you have a social responsibility? Now that people are crying, hungry and dying, you could have bought some Indomie, bought some water, bought some canned fish or something, even if it is for 200 people. Go and donate. Well, maybe he's doing it and we don't see. But my brother, if you truly know your discipline as an artist, you won't be speaking the way SARKODIE is speaking. He doesn't know his job. A musician has come out point blank to support a certain dying, useless government. You should not even be political. Partisanship, no. Stay away from it. Need I say more? Dash it away and come. Next thing. But before I touch on that thing, I can hear the sound of thunder. I have a quiz for you. Hey! Wayo!
Blackpot. Coco show, man.
This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show, where we speak truth to power. Next thing. Medikal Hospitalised. Medikal. He's a Ghanaian hip-hop artist. Medikal. That's him. I like him. Yes, I like him. I'm not a fan of hip-hop. I like the brother. Personally, I like him. I can't explain why, but I like him. It's true. I like him. I like him. I don't know why, but I like him. When we talk about medicines and blah, blah, medical, we're talking about hospitals, right? Twitter has decided to hospitalize Medikal permanently. What kind of hospital do you go to and you don't come out again? Watch this. Medikal's Twitter account suspended for impersonating Akufo-Addo. Hey! A few days ago, Twitter's new owner, Elon Musk, announced his intention to ban accounts pretending to be someone else without flagging them as parody pages. A few days ago, this happened. It seems Ghanaian musician Medikal has fallen victim to the new modality on the microblogging website on Tuesday night. His Twitter account was suspended for cloning President Akufo-Addo after he made a few changes to his public profile. He changed his username to Mr. President and his image to that of the president. However, he maintained his handle AMG Medikal. Moments after these adjustments, the award-winning rapper's account was suspended. It is not clear whether the ban had something to do with Twitter's new policy. But per Elon Musk's earlier hint, social media is awash with multiple theories. And look at this. This is DJ Park. Twitter is really not playing with impersonation. Free Medikal. On November 6, Elon Musk tweeted, going forward, any Twitter handles engaging in impersonation without clearly specifying parody will be permanently suspended. This was what he tweeted. And then he came back and said, previously we issued a warning before suspension, but now that we are ruling out widespread verification, there will be no warning. This will be clearly identified as a condition for signing up to Twitter Blue. Elon Musk's dramatic changes on the social network have left speculation since his takeover. From charging $8 for a verification badge to laying off about 50% of the workforce, including the newly opened Accra office staff. The list goes on. This is Medikal's thing. That's what he put out. Is a photo of the president and he hashtag new profile pic. It is still AMG Medikal. Why did Twitter ban him? This is not an impersonation. He says new profile pic. The guy is only creating a certain level of comedy. He's drawing your attention to the new profile pic. That, see the new profile. I am still AMG Medikal, but I have a new profile. Where is the impersonation? Did he write anything to say or to wit that he was the president of Ghana? He was still tweeting about his music. You ban him because you have power. It doesn't make sense. Elon Musk is heading towards a hard rock. If he's not careful, he will crash with his new Twitter. I am sad. Medikal is only a victim of somebody's indecision. But it was somebody from Ghana who reported Medikal. Say, Abua Bekawa. Abua Bekawa. Abua Bekawa. Come! Me say Abua Bekawa. Look at it. My brother, my sister. He's called Bino Success. He says, hi, Elon Musk. Kindly check AMG Medikal's account. He's trying to impersonate the president of Ghana. And a few moments later, bam, account suspended. Koda, he's been hospitalized for good. Are they going to bring back Medikal? Look at what Ghana Web is saying. Hey. Medikal permanently suspended from Twitter. And the pain is that the guy has close to 400,000 people following him. I have slightly over 100,000 people following me. And when I'm walking, I feel like, yeah, boss, okay now. He has about 4 times. These are people who tweet like 5,000 tweets a day. I tweet once every 2 years. My brother, they sleep on Twitter. this suspension could be permanent. I'm sad for him. But medical, they like you. This one no be nothing. Just write to Elon Musk, tell Elon Musk, say, yo, boss will no impersonation happen. Myself, I go tweet Elon Musk, tell and say, Charlie, this one no be impersonation. It just be agro. Agro be easy. Or agro. Agro easy. Ah, Elon Musk pa, and you agro. Or agro easy. Abada. Oh, my brother, medical can get this same number within a few days when he returns. I salute you, bro. We've never met. Find time. Make we meet over some dinner. I know, say me, I know they chop meat. I know they chop fish. So if we go meet, it will be heba. Heba. Dash it away. Bring me the next thing. Look at it. King of Galamsey. King. No. King. No. Obo. King. Who is the king of Galamsey? Kai Ajeme. Kai. Wana. King of Galamsey. Ochene. King of Galamsey. When the president said everybody should stop Galamsey, this man said he would not. And so on and so forth. In Ghana, they call him the King of Galamsey. But it looks like he has repented. But look at the interesting thing. King of Galamsey says what? This is the chief of Nana Akufo-Addo's village. Ochehene. Ochehene introduces illegal miners to new gold to sustain the environment. Oh, wow. Gold. What is this new gold? I read. Ochehene Osajefo Amwetia Oforipenyin has endorsed organic farming as a new goal for Ghana. Oh my God, this is wonderful. Come. The overlord of Achimabua has therefore admonished the youth, particularly those engaged in illegal mining, to embrace organic farming as a source of livelihood. He said there is dignity in organic farming because it promotes environmental sustainability. Interesting. Now, according to Ochene, it's time Ghana reverted to farming practices that are less injurious to the environment to help protect and conserve the ecosystem and promote quality environmental health. This is true. So right now, Ochene is trying to divert the youth's mind from Galamsey, illegal mining, and the destruction of the environment to organic farming. I respect you. In fact, the man is trying to redeem himself. He's had a very terrible name. Destroying his area, destroying his land, and he's been crowned the king of Galamsey. If this is his new journey, he will soon be crowned as the king of organic farming, which is more positive. The next generation will come and talk about this. Organic farming is the best. He said this during Organic Farmers Day celebration organized by Ecoland Ghana and the University College of Agriculture and Environmental Studies at Bunso in the eastern region to create awareness about organic farming. We should keep the land fertile, clean, so we can keep food in there, so our children would eat there and be healthy. Somebody decided that we're going to wreck this whole land by illegal mining and put mercury cyanide in the same soil that we are going to plant the food. And we are dying, said Ochene. He added, so the farmers, your children, have gotten opportunity now. If they want to work, they should work at the farms. You know, when he talks, he likes to use gonna, because he lived in the UK for some time. Tell them where there is dignity in organic farming. There's nothing in destroying the land through Galamsey. There's nothing. The 100 Ghana cedis you make a month, so you leave school and go there and you get all these things for nothing. No. You are destroying your future and the future will come back to you. Now the interesting thing about it is that he's encouraging the youth to come into farming. And there's actually a sponsor, an NGO has come forward with a lot of money. Next slide. brought some money to be able to help the youth and also to push this advocacy. Look at the last paragraph. 1.5 million euro plus. The 1.5 plus million euro Partner Africa project aims at developing and upgrading ecologically sustainable value chains for the export of organic agricultural products and thereby contributing to more and better employment opportunities in the agricultural sector in Ghana. Dash it away. This story is full of grammatical errors and all that. I mean, Ghana Web, you need to check some of these things, you know. All right. So the long and short of it all is that Ochinhene is trying to redeem himself. But let's sound a word of caution. Those sponsoring this, are they not another cocoa board sponsors? They sponsor, and then they expect that everything that comes out of it should come to them in terms of export. They will decide for you what crops to plant. You will never produce crops that you need immediately to use, but crops to feed their factories. Let's look at it very well. In the interim, Ochinhene, we appreciate you and we love you. This has been the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunemo, where we speak truth to power. Come! I appreciate you and I love you. On behalf of the team, I want to say thank you so much. Take our numbers off the screen. Talk to us via WhatsApp. You can even send us a WhatsApp message. We will respond. And then you tell us what business you are into. We are ready to advertise your business. Together, we grow. This is the Blakk Pot, where we don't do politics. What we do is called patriotism. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Hey! Wayo!